everyone, it's Monica, and welcome to day 12 of my 12 days of Christmas. Well, today not only are we going to be creating a fun Christmas card with washi tape, but we are also going to be linking up to some other crafters in a video hop. I invited a few friends to participate in my last day so we can end with a bang and give you lots of inspiration for your Christmas crafting. So after you finish with my video, be sure to check the link below in the description so you can hop on to the next video and get more inspiration for your crafting. But let's jump into our project. I couldn't end my series without doing a washi tape card because you know how I love my washi tape. And I'm going to be using one of the sets that I used earlier in the series. And this was the black and white card that I created for you using that bird. But today we're going to focus more on the sentiments in this stamp set. And I'm going to show you how to create this really fun red, black, and white card using washi tape and, of course, my favorites, paper dolls. Now, I wanted to end the series with not only a really festive card, but an easy card as well. I know a lot of us have washi tape, and I've seen lots of comments where you all have said you have washi tape and you just don't know what to do with it. Well, I'm going to show you how to create a really fun Christmas card using some of your red, white, and black washi tape. Now, really, you can do this type of design with any type of washi tape that has coordinating colors. So if you wanted to do all greens, you can certainly do that. All yellows, all blues. You just want to make sure that your washi tape coordinates. Now, when you're placing your washi tape, you really don't even have to be strategic. You just want to place it going all the same way. So if you're going, vertical like I am right here, you want to make sure that it's all going vertical. You just want to make sure there is some sort of design as far as your layout, but it doesn't have to be planned out. You just want to take some of your washi tape, try not to get the same washi tape right next to each other because you want it to look eclectic, and then you can choose to either tear the ends of your washi tape or maybe get an old credit card or an old hotel room card to tear off the edges, and that will just help you create a more crisp edge. It's always fun also if you can get different sizes of washi tape. So maybe some of your washi tape might be a little bit thicker, some of it might be a little bit thinner. Like I'm doing here, I'm just getting a real thin piece to put right in the middle, and it just kind of helps for the design. Now, what's fun about this design is you can do this type of a card in any size. I'm doing an A2 card, but you could easily do this in a 5x7. You just want to make sure that you have enough washi tape. So the bigger the card, you have more different types of washi tapes to just help to have the design flow. You really don't want to have too much of the same washi tape. As you can see in my card, I don't even think that I use the same washi tape twice because that really is the design, is to have different types and different styles of washi tape to make it look a little bit eclectic. And then once I was finished with my washi tape, then I went ahead and made sure it was trimmed down because I'm going to mat it onto some black cardstock, and the black cardstock is going to measure 4 by 5 1/4. So my white cardstock is a 1/4 of an inch smaller on each side. All right, so for the next piece, as you can see, I went ahead and I cut out a piece of rectangular cardstock using a stitch die. And you can certainly use some of your dies when you're creating this design. You just want to make sure that it is, it has, it's a square, or if it's a rectangle, because it will just help the washi tape flow a little bit more. Probably would work on an oval or a circle, but it may be kind of hard to get that design on those types of shapes. But I would suggest, experiment with different types of shapes, see how it looks. You're never going to know until you try. And that's really how I come up with my designs. When I was working on this series, a lot of times I would just get out my product and I would just start playing with it just to see what I could come up with. And, honestly, sometimes it didn't work, but sometimes it did. And that's how you can come up with different unique designs for your Christmas cards. Now, for this particular card, I decided to try something a little bit different. As you saw on my first card, all of my washi tape was going up and down. But for this particular one, I wanted to go ahead and have my tape going in different directions just to see if it would work. And like I said, you never know until you try. And once I was finished with the overall design, I was pretty happy with it. mean, as you can see, it probably will work a little bit better if you're using a credit card or some sort of a hard edge, maybe a ruler, to cut your tape, so that way you have some nice crisp edges when it meets up with your horizontal line, as I did on this particular one. So just, find your washi tape, find different sizes, see where you can stick them in like I'm doing here, and then just, play with your cardstock. Now, as you can see, because I am going in different directions with my washi tape, some of my pieces are pretty small, so I'm going to end up using probably more pieces that I did on my first card. So I may end up having to duplicate some of my washi, depending on, how many colors I have here. I have a lot of red washi tape, so I might be okay. But when you are putting your cards together, if you only have maybe 5 or 6 colors, you want to think about that before you start laying out your design. So if you only have a few washi tapes of the same color, then the first design might be a little bit better for you. But if you have lots of washi tape of the same color, then you could probably get away with having a design where your washi tape goes not only horizontal, but vertical as well. Okay, so once I finish putting all my washi tape down, and I'm just about done here, then I'm going to do the same thing that I did before. And I'm going to go ahead and mat it onto some black cardstock. But let me go ahead and take a minute to share with you what's going to be going on with this hop. So there's several crafters that are going to be participating in this video hop, and we're going to have links in our descriptions below. So once you finish with one video, then you're going to want to go ahead and look at the description box to find the link for your next hop. Now, some of the creators may have giveaways, so you're going to want to make sure that you do read their rules or pay attention to their rules if they have them in their videos, so that way you'll make sure that you qualify for any giveaways that they may be having. Now, my giveaways, of course, have to do with leaving comments below. So this is the last video. And if you haven't left comments on all of the videos, you're going to want to go back and make sure you leave comments, because that's what I'm going to use to draw for my prizes. Okay, so now that I have my cards adhered to my black cardstock, now it is time to add some of these cute little paper dolls. And the paper dolls worked great with this design because, of course, my color scheme is red, white, and black, and the paper dolls are black and white. So they really went well with this card. And I saved this card for last because I think it was my favorite. Red is my favorite color. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that to you. And just the combination of the red, white, and black just came out so nice. Not to say that I really didn't enjoy my other cards, but I just love the look of these red, white, and black cards. Even more than just the black and white cards. I think the red is just so festive, and adding these cute little characters just really complete the Christmas card. All right, so once we have our little characters chosen, then we're going to want to go ahead and stamp out the sentiments from the Tim Holtz stamp set. And these sentiments here with the black background and the Christmas sentiments, these were the reasons why I bought this stamp set. Of course, I love the birds, and I love the I guess they're called snowflakes. I'm not really sure, the diamonds on this set. It's a really gorgeous stamp set, but I like these types of labels. I like the background with the black label and the white words because I think it's really classic. So when he did his reveal of his Christmas stamps, I was on the fence because I thought, well, do I buy an entire stamp set just because I like the sentiments? And ultimately, I was happy that I did because I really liked the birds and the other items on the stamp set. But truly, these little words are the reason I bought the stamp set. And because there is so much ink on these sentiment stamps, really the best way to make sure you get a nice crisp impression is to use your stamping platform. As you can see, I'm adding more black ink every single time I go, just because I wanted my background to be nice and black and very crisp to make it look like it is a label. So after I was happy with my impression, I went ahead and I cut out my label. And as you can see, I am leaving a really small white border around the label, so it kind of looks like it's matted onto white cardstock. And then once I had my little sentiment cut out, then all I needed to do was just get some glue and add it to the back and add it to my card. And as you can see, it really creates a really fun card. And the stamp looks like a piece of washi tape. I mean, it has the same height and the same type of width for a washi tape. So I really think that it matched the card perfectly. It didn't stand out, you know, awkward. It didn't look like it was out of place. It just looked like another piece of washi tape with words on it. So I was really happy with this particular design. And hopefully you can see now why these cards actually turned out to be my favorite. Okay, so once I adhered my sentiment, and then I'm going to add this cute little guy right next to his sister, I'm going to go ahead and start working on the next card. Now, for the next card, I'm going to do the same exact thing for the sentiments. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut it out, and I'm going to leave a white border. But on this card, because I'm not going to be using the paper dolls, I have more room to have a sentiment that's a little bit thicker. So I'm able to not only just leave it with the white border, but I'm also able to add a black border by matting it onto some black cardstock. And I will use that as my focal point on my third card. So as you can see, you guys, this is just a really easy layout, and it's one that comes together so nicely. My third card here, I'm just cutting out, like I said, with my scissors, leaving a little bit of a white border, and then I'm going to mat it onto black cardstock, and then I'm going to add the sentiment, all three sentiments. I'm going to use the Merry Christmas, I'm going to use the Season's Greetings, and then I'm also going to use the I think it says Happy Holidays. I have to wait here to see what it says, but I believe it says Happy Holidays. And for this, you don't even need to have a trimmer. All you need to do is just get your scissors and just kind of eyeball it. I mean, it's not a very big border, and I was able to easily just to glue my sentiments down onto some black cardstock, and then take my scissors to create a small border. And then once I had my sentiments cut out on my black cardstock, then it was just a matter of gluing them right over my washi tape. And then once I glued my sentiments onto my card, that pretty much completed the card. It was just a matter of adding them onto a white card base. And I ended up with 3 gorgeous cards. I don't mean to pat myself on the back, but I am really happy with the way that these turned out. So I hope that you've enjoyed my 12 days of Christmas. I know this is our last video in the series, and I don't know if I'm going to be making any more videos in December. December is always a really busy month, and that's why I committed to getting my series done before December, because that's when it gets a little crazy with the holidays. But I promise you, I will be back in about 7 to 10 days where I will be announcing all the winners that I'm going to be choosing for my 12 Days of Christmas series. And I'm going to be giving away not only some of my digital images, but some stamp sets as well. So I'm going to kind of dig through my stash and see what I got, because I always love sharing with my readers. You guys are so supportive of me and my channel. I always like to give back to you. Now remember, if you are an international subscriber and I do choose your name, then you will be getting a digital set, just because postage to the UK and out of the country, Canada even, is so expensive. I'm just going to have to be able to give you a code for a download. But for those of you that are in the US, I may have some not only digital sets for you, but also some really fun stamp sets that are in my stash. So as always, I'll leave a list of all the products that I've used to create my card, along with the links to the stores. And if you've enjoyed my video, don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. Now, I haven't quite hit my 6,000 mark yet, so if you can share my video with some of your social media links, I would really appreciate it. I'm trying to get that 6,000 mark before the end of the year, so any assistance you can give me with that, I'd truly appreciate it. Now, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, don't forget you need to hit that subscribe button before you head out. And there is a little bell that will notify you when I do upload my next video. And my next video probably will be my giveaway video. So you're going to want to make sure you are notified for that. And then finally, don't forget to leave me a comment below because that's what I'm going to be using for my drawing. And since we are at the end of the series, let me know what card was your favorite card in this series. As I said throughout this video, these certainly were my favorite cards, and I saved those for last to participate in the video hop with a bunch of my friends. So after you finish my video, don't forget you're going to want to check the link below to head over to the next channel to get more Christmas inspiration. All right, everybody, thanks so much for participating in my 12 days of Christmas, and I hope that you've enjoyed the videos as much as I've enjoyed creating them for you. I wish everybody a really happy holiday season, and we'll see you again next time. Happy holidays.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. The tidings we bring to you and your kid. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a